Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, after the 13.2 update has been resolved, it's done and dusted, we have the collection feature, all of the gems have been given out, we have treasure map updates and all that good stuff. We got this little tidbit of information right here, where Pirate Rumble character stats have been improved. Now, in the past, this has been a bit of a game changer and has revived characters, made them very, very good in PvP, Grand Party, all that fun stuff, and these buffs open the door to a much diverse era of team building. This particular update's a little bit different to the last one because anniversary characters and Super Sugos were the ones getting the buffs. Now, it's free-to-play characters, and these free-to-play characters are getting a very interesting buff that is making them all 20 cost. Just like PvP rare recruits, all of the 5+ free-to-play characters are being reduced to a 20 cost. Now, this opens the door to so many 8-man teams. For Grand Party, this allows you to bring a whole bunch of units on your team and stop doing stuff like 6-man teams or 7-man teams if you are getting stuck if you don't have a lot of PvP characters. But let me know your thoughts and opinions of these units in the comment section below. We are going to go through them today and why this update is actually a nice little update that really should have been there from the start. So, like I said, this whole updating the game mode or updating characters for the game mode is always a positive in the game because it makes us appreciate that the devs or the team are looking at the game and they're trying to improve it somehow. Just like the updates to Treasure Map, just like what they're going to be doing to Kizuna, hopefully making that better with the rewards or the gameplay, whatever they're going to do. This is how they improve Pirate Rumble, and this is something that needs to keep happening to keep characters up with the meta. So, the first character is Uta. Before the update, she only did special bind removal. Now she reduces damage from strength by 20%, and now she's a 20 cost unit. The downside to this unit is she does have to compete with 6++ Uta. Her Rumble ability is for quick teammates, giving HP up level 5, attack up level 5, speed up level 5. Not a bad passive, especially for a 20 cost unit. And her special gives half attack and special bind for 50% chance, as well as 100% chance to halve attack. So, reducing the enemy's attack is awesome. Unfortunately, a 30-second cooldown is pretty high, but she does do 2,000 damage as well, so the fixed damage is quite nice. Like I said, not a crazy game-breaking unit, but definitely something you could throw in the front lines. So now you can bring Nukas on the bench or other units to come in later down the line. Next, we've got the Clash unit that is the 3 worst generation units that take on Kaido. This is a 25 cost unit, unfortunately. They boost side characters' attack, speed, HP, and then team HP. This is one you're probably never going to use, mainly because the cost is still 25. They give speed up level 5 now. They never used to. They're kind of bad. We don't really have to worry about them, to be honest. Now, hang on. Oh, hang on. Maybe they do go down to 20 cost. Yeah, maybe they do go down to 20 cost. I'm not 100% sure. Hang on, let's have a look at their actual cost. Their cost is... why can't I see it? Yeah, it's 20. Okay, well, it's 20 cost as well. Very interesting. The downside to this unit is it's going to have to compete with Luffy's on a side team. And there's so many Luffy's already on that team. Notably, the free-to-play Luffy, which is this one right here. This guy's an actual demon, the 5+ Luffy. He goes down to 20 cost as well. He gives now level 4 speed up with his Limit Break expansion. And level Limit Break. I would highly recommend doing this. He's a very, very good unit, especially if you're a newer player. His cost goes down to 20. He does side teammates crit up level 6, attack up level 6, HP up level 3, and now speed up level 4. This is a phenomenal buff. A passive that gives so much stats. On top of that, he's a 20 cost unit, and he's giving himself level 5 attack up, level 5 speed up, and does 2250 fixed damage. Very, very good unit. Next, we have Odin. This is one of the big ones, because if you guys don't have 6+ Odin and you're trying to run a slasher team, you can now run this unit as your bench unit, and that way, you can get access to K-Dad and all of the crazy stuff that K-Dad is actually doing. This Odin didn't really get much. He just got resistance to strength. Obviously, the 20 cost comes into play, but like I said, you can do some fun stuff now with like slasher quick units. You could run like a Shirazoro, K-Dad, this Odin, the free-to-play Roger. You could run V2 Mihawk. There's a lot of options you have here because he does a lot of good stuff with nerfing quick units as well. So you could do some really interesting stuff there if you want to run this Odin over Super Sugo 6+ Odin. I do think that Super Sugo Odin's going to be better, but it definitely opens the door to some bench options with some very interesting and some very fun slasher-built teams. Next, we have Roger. He basically got reduced damage from Quick, and now is a 20 cost unit as well. His Rumble stats boost Dex characters. He gives himself level 4 defense up when you're below 60% HP. He's honestly not that great of a unit. Not a fantastic Rumble character to be using. He does fixed damage, which is great, and he gives level 6 defense down, level 6 speed, and attack down, which is a very good special for Dex teams. But again, Dex is pretty set in terms of what they're trying to do, but you can do some really cool stuff with Dex slashes now. Next, we've got the Kuja Pirates. They give HP up level 3 to quick teammates. They also give level 3 attack down to the enemy. They go to a 20 cost as well, which is interesting. They are a shooter character, and they are free spirit, so they could see some play on the shooter team if you are doing some quick shenanigans. Like I said, level 6 attack, level 3 HP, and attack down level 3. Their special does further attack down, further defense down, and does a bunch of damage as well. Honestly, not a crazy unit, nothing too flash. But again, if you are missing some PvP rare recruits, like shooters are missing, you could do like a quick shooter build for some like defensive options with Frankie and whatnot as well. Next, we've got this Jack. He gives level 3 speed down for Dex type teammates. Unfortunately, this Jack has to compete with 6+ Jack. 6+ Jack's is way too good in Rumble. I don't think you're ever going to use this character. Whilst it's nice, he's now a 20 cost unit. I just don't think you're ever really going to use the character. The 5+ Big Mom, Olin, very, very good unit. Pretty much a staple for Grand Voyage, especially on Arlong Park. Now gives defense up level 2 to powerhouse characters, as well as int characters HP and attack up level 5. Her Rumble special is going to do defense down level 3 and then attack off the bench. So you could do some cool stuff on a powerhouse int team with this unit as a bench unit if you guys are struggling for PvP characters. Definitely a very good option for that. Next, we've got Don Krieg and Jin. Does driven teammates speed up level 3 on top of the HP and attack up level 5 they do for strength. So if you're doing some strength-driven shenaniganry, you can do some really cool stuff with this particular character. Off the bench, their special is going to provide 2.5 times attack, as well as a special bind. So you could do some cool stuff there. Unfortunately, it's small range on a 35-second cooldown, so this character's probably not going to see all that much play on a strength team. Next, we've got Blackbeard. Again, just like Jack, this unit's biggest problem is he has to go up against 6+ Blackbeard, who is an absolute monster. He gets quick type enemies crit down level 5 on top of the level 6 HP and level 2 defense he already gives to Dex units. His special, let's see if he can be used off the bench at least. Targets 3 enemies with high current HP for 30% reduction, and then does a sideways range for speed down level 5, defense down level 5. 32-second cooldown's not too insane, but like I said, if you're not using 6+ Blackbeard for whatever reason on a team, you could try this guy off the bench. Next, we have Orochi. He gives Dex-type teammates attack down level 3 on top of the HP level 5 and guard level 5 that he already gave. Again, going down to 20 cost means you can use him off the bench, and he gives level 4 defense, and he activates Provoke with a nice chunky heal. So you could do some stuff there, or you could maybe run him in the front and like try and get him to die with his Provoke ability. Utilizing something like the new Conjuro can be an option, and then having your like nukers come in to sort of clean house. 5+ Luffy is a fighter booster, which makes him very interesting because that way he's not really competing with the Psy Luffy's, but he gives level 3 speed up now on top of the level 4 defense and level 5 attack. Being a 20 cost unit, can he be used off the bench? He gives crit percent up level 5 to fighters, and he does 1500 damage up to 4 times. Okay, so that's pretty fun. He can do technically 6,000 damage to one enemy. That could be good at the back end of a fight, but look, you really want characters that are just going to do big damage. My boy, 5+ Shanks from the Film Red Celebration gets level 2 defense up to Psy teammates on top of the level 5 attack and level 5 blowaway. This is actually really nice because Psy don't have very good bench options. They really lack amazing bench characters, especially for Psy Free Spirit, which this Shank actually is. His special targets 3 enemies for 2200 fixed damage. He does Psy teammates for 10% healing, and when there are remaining teammates then enemies, at least one or more, targets enemies within the whole range for 1500 damage. So this is actually a really, really good unit that you guys could use off the bench, just to sort of come in as a background character, giving some defense, giving some attack, and then if he gets his special off, it's actually a pretty good special that can do a lot of damage, which is very, very nice. Next, we've got Brook. Brook has to compete with 6+ Brook, which is a bit of a shame. But he is based around slasher characters, and this is what I was talking about with that Dex slasher sort of meta that you can do with like Dalton and Pell, V2, Mihawk, and then you can do like Odin and that K-Dad shenaniganry. He gives speed up level 2 to slashers and attack up level 6 on top of Dex teammates getting HP level 4. So like these passives and stuff, they're actually really not that bad. Whilst they're not game breaking, they're not bad to actually run. You can get 100% chance to paralyze quick units for 3. Slasher teammates get level 7 speed, and then there's damage over time, which is actually a very interesting mechanic. The downside to most of these characters are they are on very, very high cooldowns, which is a bit of a shame. Next, we've got Dofi. He gives level 3 speed up on top of the level 5 attack to quick units. He does level 5 attack down to strength characters, which is a bit of an interesting one. He could probably go alongside Sugar at nerfing the strength team. And he does speed down level 5, defense down level 5, and then targets 3 enemies with a large horizontal range for 1.5 times damage. Again, 34-second cooldown though. It's a little bit of a shame, but again, all of these characters do open the door to sort of shaping your teams in a way that you can either use them as bench characters, or you can bring them into the front line. Something like this particular character here doesn't give HP, so you could easily have him as a background character and on the bench to sort of come in and sort of help out at the back end of a fight and allow you guys to get a good passive and some good damage off as well. Next, we've got Garp, another character that could definitely see some play on the Psy team. They didn't really give him too much of a buff. He does 2,500 fixed damage as well as 2,500 healing, and he actually does level 3 defense down to int characters. On top of that 5 HP and level 3 attack, you could definitely run him on an anti-int team, and because he's a free spirit character, you could do some fun stuff with something like 6+ gear 5, so that's a very interesting shout. Kaido, the fake, what's it called? Versus Kaido. He didn't really get too much of a buff, just the 20 cost. He goes slasher class enemies defense down level 5, so he's a slasher nerfer. Very interesting if you use him alongside Shiki, actually. Targets 4 enemies for 1.9 times damage, and then targets powerhouse teammates for 80% to paralyze. His passive boosts int attack up level 5, HP level 5, and powerhouse enemies attack down level 3. Interesting that he does powerhouse and slashes. There's not a lot of those in the game. Next we have Perona. She got a speed buff to int characters. She's also a Psy nerfer for defense down level 3 on top of her int teammate attack and speed up, which is very, very, very nice. That went up to speed up level 5, so that's always fun. Her special, can you use her in the front lines for more of a Psy nerfing team? You go attack down level 6, speed down level 6, and large range for 1800 fixed damage. Not a bad special, to be honest. Not a bad special at all. And then finally we have Yamato. I don't think anyone noticed that Yamato was a 20 cost unit, because no one really looks at these characters when it comes to this particular type of situation. But she now targets 3 high attack enemies for 2 times her attack, and she gives speed up level 5 instead of level 3. Plus she can go on a team to sort of reduce Psy enemies defense down as well. So very interesting stuff from her. Finally, we did have a couple of legends. The Film Red Luffy is actually getting a buff. He's getting level 7 attack up and defense up to Psy instead of level 5. And now he gives himself a level 5 shield, whilst also giving provoke and healing. So this guy could definitely see some play on a defensive team. He is now giving blowaway percent up level 2 after every time he takes damage, up to 3 times. So you can get blowaway percent up level 3. Blowaway percent up is actually pretty nice because you can knock characters back and stop their attacks and like push back specials and actually bink out characters as well. Downside to this being a Luffy is Gear 5 is so damn good. I just don't see you replacing Gear 5 on any Psy or Free Spirit team at all. Finally, we got Fuji. This Fuji got a crazy buff, going to a 60% HP cut on a 36-second cooldown. 36 seconds was very high, but it was 38. On top of that, he does level 8 attack and level 8 HP to Driven now. So you could definitely do some really fun stuff here if you are versing Psy as well with this particular character. Like I said, this is not exactly like the most game-breaking buffs for Pirate Rumble characters. But now that all 5+ characters and super evolved free-to-play units are 20 cost, it does open the door to a lot of different teams and allows a lot of players to get 8-man teams rocking without utilizing PvP characters. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this update in the comment section below. Get 1 thumb up from me. Let me know how many thumbs up you guys give it, like I said, in the comment section below. While you're down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, though, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.